Hello everyone, Lily Farm Guy here with a new mod for Tuesday, March the 29th. And this little, well, not so little, this big girl here is the Case IH Tigermate 255 Field Cultivator by Custom Modding. This a little piece of equipment here is going to consume 19.2 megabytes of your download space. And if you so choose to put it on your farm, 13 slots. Now, having said that, it is quite the piece of equipment, quite detailed. Lots of little details on this beauty. Now, where do we find it? Well, I would first look for it under cultivators because that's where it's going to be, right at the end of my equipment. So here it is. It's going to cost you $104,463. Bit of an odd number. It definitely is an odd number. It ends in 3. Recommended power is 500 horsepower. Now that's kind of an average, as we'll kind of explain in a moment. 13 tons, so it's quite heavy. 18.2 meters spread at 9 miles per hour. I think that is probably going to be 18. That is, as far as I know, at least base game, the largest cultivator we have right now. I think there's a bigger one that's a mod or could be very close to this size. So we do have some options. A 4-bar Tiger Tine Harrow, which is that back piece there. And we can go to a 2-bar Soil Command Crumbler for extra $30,000. And 3-bar Soil Command Crumbler for $39,855. $30,161. $39,855. Bit of an odd number. Again, do they make a difference? No. They just add cost here. Let's hook it up. I would recommend something similar to this. This is just the base model case at 525. This should be adequate to pull it along, as I have a couple in the field for demonstration purposes. Now, let's check out the lights. Do we have lights? Yes, we have running lights. Signal lights? Yes, we have signal light on that left side. And the signal light here on the right side. Beacons. No beacons. All right. Unfolding. L1. There isn't any special. You can't create fields or anything like that. So L1 and X unfolds it. And it has a very nice unfolding animation. Not too fast, not too slow. Very kind of, probably a little faster than it actually does happen, but it isn't super fast where it's like, oh, that's really unrealistic. So that was a nice unfolding. Then, of course, just circle for lower and circle to left. And away you go. So, not him yet. So let's look at this one. We got the FET 1050 at 515 horsepower. And no problem there getting up to the 9 miles per hour, right up to speed, and no struggling or anything. A little bit of variation in RPM there, but not really struggling at all. Of course, it mentions it's a recommended horsepower between 470 and 600, depending on terrain conditions, so that's always applicable. We have the Dutes at 297, I believe. So not quite 300 horsepower here. So well under the 400 and 70 horsepower. That's recommended. We'll set the worker to work here, and as you can see, it actually gets up to pretty close to the 8. Well, it gets up to 8 miles per hour pretty quick, and then kind of, yeah, kind of hits a ceiling there. But that's quite impressive, actually. So, well, impressive for the tractor, and impressive for the implement that it pulls with relative ease, considering its size. So now we go off to yes. Okay, and as usual, here we got the big old case with the 600 and whatever, 600 plus horsepower with the cultivator and the drawbar. Because, of course, oh, it's a little bit offset here. Let me fix that. There we go. So we'll set the worker off. There he goes. And as you can see, it is far exceeding the 9 miles per hour that it is spec'd at. And we'll just watch the turnaround, make sure he behaves himself with that extra little addition to his equipment. And there we go. It seems like they line up just slightly crooked, but that's a very, very minor detail. Barely worth mentioning. I wouldn't have mentioned it if I hadn't seen it right there, actually. And there you go. It's even this big beast can't really pull it up to the 24 miles per hour that it can with some others in this configuration. So it is a hefty boy to pull around. But it's definitely can be done, and it is being done, as you can see, and very nicely, and with precision, and efficiently. And there you have it. That is your Case IH TigerMate 255 field cultivator by custom modding, 19.2 megabytes to download and 13 slots on console. I'm a Looney Farm Guy, and remember, it's just a game, so till next time, bye for now.